All right, TP fans. So once again, we have a very special guest with us here today. We have the beautiful Filipina Mochi Mona.
Hi.
How are you today, Mochi?
I'm doing lovely today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Couldn't be happier. Again, thanks for coming here on the podcast. We're super excited to have you, and we're super excited for your upcoming TP shoot.
I know, me too.
So, you have actually reached out. You actually reached out to us, and we were flattered. It's really nice when a model actually reaches out and requests to be on TP. So we just had to have you. I mean, and we're really excited just to bring your beauty to the site.
Thank you. I am super, super flattered that you guys want to have me. I love your guys' work and I love your site.
Thank you, thank you. We appreciate that. First off, are you full Filipina?
No, I'm not full Filipina. I'm also Chinese and I'm also a little white too.
Very nice mix, if you ask me.
Thank you.
Just for our listeners, were you born here in the States or in the Philippines?
I was born in the States. I was born in Hawaii.
Oh, okay, nice. So from Hawaii, I see. Nice, nice.
Yes.
It's almost like a mini Philippines, right? For argument's sake.
Yeah, for argument's sake, you could say that. Yeah, I'm a half a haole, so I'm
Gotcha.
I'm a half outsider, as you could say.
So there's a lot of Filipinos in Hawaii, right?
Yes, there are.
Yeah, from my understanding, there's a lot of Ilocano, if you're familiar with the dialect.
Yeah, a little bit, but not too much. My dad didn't know Tagalog. He didn't know Cantonese. He didn't know anything. Like my grandparents didn't really teach their kids, so I didn't really learn that too much. I just kind of picked up things here and there when I was at my Lola's.
Did you grow up in a more Americanized household, or was it heavily influenced by the Filipino culture?
Americanized for sure.
Americanized, yeah. In my opinion, when Filipinos come here to the States, they usually become very Americanized. They keep a lot of their culture with them, but compared to other cultures, I want to say, like for the kids that are born here, you don't see it that often that they actually speak Tagalog. It's just not taught compared to like Hispanics, where they'll talk nothing but Spanish at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some of my cousins, they speak fluent Tagalog, but most of them they don't. Like most of them speak another language that they learned in school here, like Spanish or French or something, right? So I don't see too much Tagalog in my family, but I do hear Spanish thrown around a lot. Like my Lola speaks Spanish and Tagalog, so
Uh,
sometimes when she's talking to some of my aunties, I'll hear on the phone her switch from one to the other and then to English and then cycle through them again.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There are some dialects in the Philippines that's pretty much almost pure Spanish. Of
Yeah,
course, we know that the Spanish were there for over 400 years, so
yeah,
that's one reason.
that colonization for the silver though.
Yeah, yeah, but eventually they did leave, and they left a lot behind in the Philippines, such as religion, style of cooking, last names. A lot of Filipinos will have Spanish last names.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people think people that are Hispanic they'll think that they're Filipino and vice versa. That's why people get mixed up a lot because it's just like they look alike sometimes. Like we were mixed together. Like
Exactly. And actually, the actual Spanish from Spain, they're a little more light skinned sometimes, but in the Philippines, Filipinos do get darker just I would say because of the sun. And it's just actually if you ever looked at the indigenous Filipinos, they're actually very black, small with curly hair.
shit.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, they call them the Itas and the Itos. Those are the pure Filipinos from the mountains. Pretty cool. I've seen a lot of them. You'll see them a lot on Olongapo. Pretty cool folks. So do you like Filipino food?
I do. I haven't tried as much Filipino food as I wish because my Lola cooks a lot of Chinese food because my Lola and Papa, my Papa is Chinese and my Lola is full Filipino. And so there's a lot of, I feel like I grew up with more Chinese food slightly than I did Filipino food. I grew up with, I feel like my favorite dishes were though, like my Lola makes the best adobo
Uh-huh.
and the best pancit, and she wraps amazing lumpia. Like
I mean,
those were the
yeah,
three names.
yeah, those are favorites here in California by non-Filipinos. The pancit, the lumpia, which you could just say is a Filipino egg roll, just so they know what you're talking about. Of course, the
Tiny.
adobo. Yeah, yeah. So you shared earlier that you know how to actually cook a little bit of Filipino food, right?
I do. So my favorite Filipino dish is definitely adobo. So I cook with my pressure cooker a lot.
Oh,
So
okay.
I just figured I spent the past like 5 months in Iowa living in Iowa because my partner was finishing up school over there. So I stayed home a lot to cook and bake. So I figured out how to perfect my adobo recipe.
Now, are you big on chicken or pork adobo?
I like chicken a little bit more, but I'll do both. I've never done just pork adobo. Like I
Uh-huh.
need to have my chicken in there, but I'll do like some chicken thighs and some chicken wings. Like that's usually my favorite mixture for the adobo.
Yeah, I mean, adobo is just it's awesome. You throw it over some rice and what a lot of Americans will say is the gravy that always gets them.
But yeah, and then I got a brand new Zoji Rushi rice cooker, like a 5-cup cooker this
Uh-huh.
fall. So it sings when the rice is ready. It sings Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Oh, I've seen that on TikTok. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about. It's pretty cool.
And I get used to it, but it's funny when I have people over and the rice finishes and they're just like,
What is that?
yeah. And then they go in the kitchen, they're like, is your rice cooker singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? I'm like, yes, it is. It's very extra.
Now, I do want to share this, or I want to give some tips to some people listening that probably don't know about the secret when cooking rice. I'm sure you know it. Can you show us on your finger, please? The secret on how to measure the rice.
Oh, fucking like where to measure it, like on your fucking finger.
Exactly,
So,
the line on your middle finger, right?
yeah, like the fucking, I'm like,
Yeah,
so right about like in there. I'm like, you need to see my finger. I'm like, fuck.
and it works every time.
like in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, but to give exact measurements, here's the trick, okay?
Uh-huh.
How Asians measure rice, their rice cooker, the rice cup measurement is different than ours. For us, one dry cup, our regular dry measuring cups,
Uh-huh.
it's 1 cup. Theirs, the full one, is only 3/4 of a cup. So and then they use the best rice is jasmine rice, okay? So
Uh-huh.
when you cook jasmine rice, you do a 1-to-1 ratio in the rice cooker, but you don't do a full 1 cup. You measure out 3/4 of a cup. It's
Gotcha.
that's I learned that's what the difference was, like just in the fall because I lost my rice measuring cup.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I am not eating rice that is not perfect.
Yeah.
So I went online and I figured that out. So
There you go. It works, right?
it works. Yeah. I was like, the measurements were just a little bit different. So
So have you been to the Philippines?
I wish. I have not yet. I haven't been to China. I haven't been to Hong Kong, which is where my papa was born, and I haven't been to Cebu yet,
Oh,
which is
cool,
where
yeah.
a lot of my family was from. Like so, I hope they're to go there maybe like the next 5 years.
It's a lot
My
of fun out
passport.
there. Yeah. Yeah. But right now is a good time to go. I always tell everyone here on the podcast, right after the holidays, January, February, March, April, and
Mhm.
sometimes May. It's relatively cheap, but once you start hitting the summertime here in the States, the airfare just skyrockets as if it's the holidays. So right
That
now is a
makes.
really good time. All right, so what places would you like to visit other than like you mentioned Cebu? Any other places that you would like to visit in the Philippines if and when you make it?
I want to go to Manila.
Manila,
Um,
okay.
yeah. But other than that, I don't really have cities in mind. I have locations, like
Yeah.
little secret, beautiful locations that I found, across like reels or the internet articles and so on and so forth. Maybe suggestions that I've gotten from my dad from when he was in the military and he's gone over there, like those kinds of things.
Yeah.
I don't really have a particular city, but I know I have like a list on my phone of like, I
Yeah.
want to go to this place. I want to go to this place.
Yeah. Well, if you like beaches, if you like barbecue, if I don't know if you're a drinker, but if you like cheap booze, the Philippines is the place for you.
I can handle a little bit of booze. I'm very lightweight. I'm a little more of a stoner than I am
There
than
you
I am
go.
a drinker because my stomach and body just handle that better. But I like a good drink.
Uh-huh. There you go. How about here in the States? Where do you like to visit? Any places that you just love to go to?
I went to Vegas a lot last year for work, and it's kind of grown on me because I've made a lot of friends out there now too.
Uh-huh.
Vegas brings me a lot of happiness. Not for like the reasons you'd think though, like the strip and the gambling and
Gambling and drinking and
well,
partying clubbing. Yeah.
no, it's just it's for the other little things, like little I like bar hopping for arcade
Okay.
bars.
Uh-huh.
But I like just going out and hanging out with my friends there. Like it's just nice that knowing that I have so many people I can spend quality time with over there.
Yeah.
No matter what
Yeah.
you do, it's gonna be a good time. So I don't know. And there's because there's a lot of creators out there in San Diego. There's a lot of
Yes.
content creators, but not a lot of mainstream creators. So it's nice. I can find both out there in Vegas pretty easily, you know.
Uh-huh.
So it's a little harder to find people out in San Diego.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. And a lot of people that aren't from California probably don't know that San Diego's actually, it's not too far from LA, or the
No.
Valley, but we have to deal with traffic a lot here in California. So it could easily take 3 hours, 4 hours from San Diego to, the San Fernando Valley.
Absolutely. I love, obviously I love Hawaii because I was born there. I was born on Oahu, so I love there. I love that island.
Uh,
I haven't been to any other island since I was a baby, so all I have like memories of is Oahu. I don't
uh,
have a problem with that because I love Oahu and I think it's the perfect balance on an island of tourism and getting to get the local experience. But and I don't know, maybe New York and Colorado.
there you go. Yeah, I haven't been to New York either myself, but it's on my bucket list. It's a great city, lots to do. Very expensive in many ways, but I heard it's a lot of fun.
It's a little claustrophobic when you're walking around in Manhattan because you're like, wow, I wish I had some fresh air, but you turn around the corner and it's just like tall buildings, top of tall buildings. You're not going to get the fresh air.
Yeah, and just so many people around you, right? It's kind of like Tokyo, I'm sure.
It's not as bad as Tokyo, but it's bad. I've seen videos of how fucking bad Tokyo can get.
Oh yeah, yeah.
At least it's not as bad when you're in New York and you're going on the system fucking, what is it? It's not the BART, that's San Francisco. Is it the metro? I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think so. The subway, for
Yeah,
argument's sake,
whatever their subway is. At least they don't have people shoving you in like in Tokyo. They shove
Yeah,
the people into it.
yeah, yeah. I agree. Yeah, they're just shoving them in there. I've seen videos. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
There's no such thing as like your space bubble. Like, what was it like during COVID?
Oh yeah,
It's
exactly.
taken forever to get to use public transportation.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. It's funny you mentioned Bart. Have you been here to the SF Bay Area? It's funny
Yeah,
that
I
you
have.
just know. Yeah, yeah. What parts have you visited?
I don't know exactly. I was never the one to drive, and I haven't been up there since I was 18. I just know I have an auntie and some cousins that live up there. Actually, I have a few aunties. I have an auntie in San Francisco, and then I have an auntie over in the Bay Area.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I was just surprised when you said Bart, so I'm like, she knows the Bay Area. Yeah, because most
I,
people don't know what we're talking about. It's the subway system here in the Bay Area. Yeah.
yeah, I had to take it because I went to a Golden State Warriors game with my
Oh,
cousins and
okay.
took the BART to get there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm guessing they were still in Oakland the time that you because they since moved to San Francisco, newer
Yeah,
stadium. So yeah,
yeah, that was back in yeah, it was in 2018.
yeah. So a little bit about your career. How did you get into it? It's always one of the best questions asking a performer, a talent. How did you just wake up one day and said, I want to become an adult filmmaker?
No, it was kind of a slow process of me really deciding I wanted to really get into it. I first started just dabbling in OnlyFans in 2021.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, and then I did it for like 6 months, and I was like, okay, I don't want to do it. Then I ended up getting into basically a relationship with this polyamorous family that was really famous on ChatterBait, and they also did OnlyFans. And I went to hang out with them, and they wanted to make content. And I was like, I want to make content too, because I met them on FetLife. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's
Never heard of it. No.
basically like a kinky Facebook.
Oh, okay. There you go. I
It
might
was
have
like
to make an
it was,
account.
yeah, it was like my biggest platform. For me, it was how I kind of got launched onto everything, and it was because of this family. They kind of put me on, and they also gave me the name Mochi as well. Then like I kind of separated from them. No hard feelings like from that, and then my partner that I'm with now, he found me on Twitter, and he was a creator in San Diego, which is different
Yeah.
for me, right? Because most people are kind of far away. So he asked to hang out, and after him pestering me for a couple weeks, I finally was like, okay, come over.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he ended up just telling me basically like, hey, you can go mainstream if you really want to. Because I never thought I never really knew how I'd be able to, or if I ever would be good enough to be able to, or confident enough to be able to. But he told me to get on a few sites. I did that. Within a couple hours, I got recruited for Backroom Casting Couch. Went over there. I think within like a week,
Uh-huh.
week and a half, I got over there to Phoenix for it, and a week within that, I signed with my first agency.
Okay.
So
And who is your agency again?
I was with 101 to start, but I just switched to Fox modeling.
Oh, you started with 101. Okay.
I started with 101, but I just switched to Fox literally a week ago. I just signed with them exactly a week ago.
Oh, nice. Just right around the time that we booked you.
Yeah, honestly. It's nothing, no hard feelings against 101 either. I just kind of wanted to change after going to AVNs. I saw how many different companies there were and how companies kind of can represent different girls, and I just wanted to change. I don't know. I feel like it's a really good year for me. It's going to be a really good year, and with that, I don't mind making some changes.
Yeah, yeah, sounds good. Yeah. So, what would you say so far is the best part about working in adult entertainment?
How much I get to take care of myself and prioritize myself. How much more I've really learned to love myself and respect myself and not give a shit about what anybody else thinks or does or says. That's probably been the most liberating thing to ever happen to me. But I feel really, I think just feeling more connected to myself is really great. And I was able to kind of see people's true colors for how they really felt towards me and how much they supported me and loved me, you know. My family's still my family still loves me. Not all my family, not all my Asian family obviously knows, but some of them do know, and the ones that that know they're close to me kind of, so they're like, they get it and they love me and support me. You know, both my parents know, and while they might not love what I do, they do love me and still support me. And they're happy that I'm healthy, I think, and they can see that I'm taking care of myself and it's working. I was pretty miserable at just working like 9 to 5s and working customer service. Like I was at Starbucks for a while, and eventually when I started making more on OnlyFans than I did Starbucks, I decided, fuck this. And the first time, instead of giving my 2 weeks notice, I just quit. like I was drained from 4-hour shifts at Starbucks, and I love people and I love making connections, but it was exhausting making so many quick goodbye connections, like hello, goodbye, and it was too much. I needed more meaningful interactions, I think, in my life a little bit more, and I needed more time for me.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing that. And you're right about in this biz, like you cannot give a shit about what other people say, because you're going to see a lot of negative comments. I mean, we see them all the time. Either be Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and I actually saw that somebody made a TikTok account under your name. I saw that on Twitter earlier. I mean, you're going to see that a lot. You're going to get that a lot. So get used to it. That's what my friends told me. They were like, dude, just put, this is my only account in your bio, and it's gonna happen. Just take it as a compliment. I'm like, okay. Yeah, it means you're being you're being seen. So yeah, it's a compliment. It's a good thing, I guess. People are noticing you. So yeah, there you go.
The glass is half full, right?
Yeah. So since we just hit February, what goals do you have this 2024?
Oh man, I am working a lot harder on my solo content this year. I'm trying to be better with being more consistent with that shit. I haven't done a lot of collabs in my career, and so I'm trying to do a lot more of that this year. I've got a lot of great female talent lined up for I'm collabing with, so I'm super excited about that. Then let's see. I don't know. I just switched with my new agency, so I'm really excited to be doing a lot more mainstream, a lot more like consistency with pro scenes. That's one of my goals, is just to really work my ass off with doing as many scenes as I can mainstream, but also working my ass off with stuff with online. I just got back into school. I would like to pass all my classes this year. And I'd like to do better than just scraping by. I'd like to do A's and B's. I'd really like to be a better student this year, because since COVID, it's been kind of rough for me. I've been going back just part-time since COVID. I used to be full-time, but it's been kind of difficult for me to try to go back full-time since. So that's something really important to me this year. My education is a priority. And when I was in Iowa, I had a lot of extra time, so I worked out a lot. So now I can do a shit ton of push-ups. I can do like 14 pull-ups is my best so far. And like, it depends on the day, but some days you can see my abs, which is the
Uh-huh.
first, which is crazy. That's different for me because I've always had like belly fat and a bigger belly in my life. So exercising consistently and just cooking and baking at home all the time. I've been doing that for past 5 months and it feels great on my body. And I can see it on my body. I feel healthier and I look healthier.
Uh-huh.
So not going out as much, saving money there and just making better meals at home that I know are going to be delicious and cost like super cost effective.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. I agree
Make,
with cooking at
make
home.
I want to make the money but live like I'm poor this year. Like I want to be fucking smart this year.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like your mind's in the right place, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna get to where you want to be this year, or any goals you might have. I'm sure you're gonna accomplish them.
Thank you.
So, how about some hobbies about yourself that you might want to share? Kind of music do you like? Are you a sports fan?
Not too much a sports fan, if I'm being honest, but I did root for the Chiefs because I was in Kansas City a lot when I was in Iowa in the airport. So I said, fuck it. So, but I know I'm not really the craziest sports person. I love playing tennis. I was co-captain of my tennis team in high school. I love longboarding, and my right now, like my favorite hobby is rock climbing. Specifically, I love bouldering. I have bruises. I have like several. I have one bruise. It's almost gone now, but like when I go crazy on bouldering, like I can get a few bruises, but it's the most thrilling thing that I do now.
Uh,
It's like a rush being at the top of the wall and
yeah,
nothing is holding me there. Like I'm gonna have to fall down like, to get
yeah.
down. That's okay. But I love that. And then I love baking and cooking. I really, really, really love baking and cooking. My dad's actually a cook. So, and my mom cooked for me growing up too. So it was nice. My parents split when I was younger, but they
Uh,
both always cooked for me.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I know you shared earlier that you know how to make chicken adobo. So hey, who knows? Maybe you'll bring some on set on your upcoming TP booking.
I would be so happy to. Oh my God, the whole place will smell delicious. Everybody's bellies will be happy. Like it's a guaranteed good day on set.
All right, sounds good. So, before we end this interview, would you like to share some links where our listeners can find all your content?
Oh, sure. Okay. So, most of my content, you can find on my OnlyFans, which is my handle is going to be at Mochi Mona XXX. My Twitter slash, my X is going to
Uh-huh.
be the same, Mochi Mona XXX. And then my Instagram is the Mochi Mona underscore X.
All right, well,
But
thank you for sharing that. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be really excited that we shared that you are going to shoot for us this week. We're super excited. I'm excited to see it. I know we're going to be talking a little bit about, we're going to be planning a little bit for it. We have some ideas that we're going to be talking about off this interview, but yeah, I'm super excited. Hope you are
I
too.
am so excited. This is something I wanted to do this year. So getting you guys off my bucket list early.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for your time, Mochi. Again, I'm super
You
excited to have you this week shooting for TP. So yeah.
too. It's gonna be great.
All right, Mochi. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.